Welcome back, Anime Lily fans, for another Boruto chapter review, chapter 49. And as always, myself, LegendDVash, and here, SamtheMangaMan, right here down below, the king of games, RayApollo. We're here for another Boruto chapter review. And what do you guys think your first impressions about this chapter? What was it that stood out the most? Like, number one thing out of this chapter?
The number one thing that stood out for me for this chapter is that you could definitely tell that the priority is securing the village and making sure there's minimal damage to the village. Because remember how we were like, oh, they remember what happened with Pain. So their first course of action was to get everybody safe, which makes sense. But you could also tell that he also wasn't there to just destroy the village. He's literally just there for Kawaki. Like, that's all he's there for. That's all he cares about.
He did not. He did not want to bring Pain.
Exactly. Yes, he did want to bring Pain, but
I
thought
he
that was
got
interesting.
Pain to one guy, but then again,
that one guy, that was his fault. He didn't follow directions. That's what happens when you don't follow directions.
No, but his partner didn't follow directions. He got hit, and he got hit.
Uh-huh.
That's
what
like,
I'm saying. That's what happens when you don't follow corrections. I was like, man, he got a shuriken in the eye, and that's all your fault.
Well, not just one shuriken. He got like I think 4 or 5 shurikens back. I think he got one here.
He got 3 shurikens back, but one in the eye. I mean, 3 in the body might have been okay, but 1 in the eye.
He can't see.
Coming back from that. Nope.
And Sam,
we're done. But I like this chapter. It's good.
What impacted me more was Boruto discovering that he knows about Momoshiki, the power that he has that's in him and unleashed, and even though that he was able to like destroy the big guy, the fat dude,
Boro.
He himself knows the danger of how if he goes out of control, he could get people killed, and that actually is Naruto. Like literally, most of the characters in the series, I guess said this before behind the scene. I think it's a combination of both Sasuke and Naruto when they both have their own out of control moments, and it only took for them. It's lucky because they could just go all out with each other. But with Boruto, there's nobody that can go all out for him if he ever goes out of control. Because even though Sasuke says that, if you ever go out of control, I'll stop you. It's a role of a sensei, and if it comes to it, I'll kill you. What are the chances of him being able to kill like Momoshiki again by himself? And
well, I mean, with him being not at full power, there's a chance.
There's a chance.
Yeah. But I mean, with Momoshiki helping them fight our guy, I mean, there's a chance that they win.
Yeah,
but we'll see about that. I want to see the conversation between Momoshiki and them again, to see what he's deciding. Because Momoshiki could be like, well, actually, who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, because
this could be interesting.
So
you're saying?
Was gonna say, like, let's get straight down to our Boruto and the conversation with Momoshiki. That now of what Sam said, it kind of is very similar to what Naruto and the Nine-Tails Demon, our boy Kuruma, is very similar and kind of resemblance in that aspect, and with Sasuke, being a sensei. So do you think we're gonna see another conversation like that in the future with Boruto and with Momoshiki talking, and where in the future, in the first chapter we saw Boruto having control of the karma and everything, so most likely he did have a conversation down the line. So you think we're gonna see the first start of where Naruto first spoke to the Nine-Tails, say, hey, can I have some of the chakra to defeat this guy? Do you think Boruto will have this conversation with Momoshiki, saying, I need this power, can you help me out here? I'll trade it in an arm or a leg or something, or some of my life form or something. Do you think that's possibility will be happening?
I don't know, but potentially. So what I'm hoping happens is they found a way to like seal the karma, which means it doesn't go away, but Momoshiki can't take over Boruto's body. You know what I'm saying? So then it is kind of like they have to work in tandem with each other.
At the moment. But because like they know that later in the future, Momoshiki's gonna like regain his power again through Boruto, and he could just take over his body. The reason why Momoshiki just came out at that moment was Boruto was about to die. You can't let your host die, or else like you're screwed.
You die, yeah.
And we don't know if they can be like consciously be both be conscious to be able to talk to each other to form like a deal where they both try to keep each other alive. You borrow each other's power, that sort of thing.
Maybe.
So
there's
it's
probably
kind of like
a new way though.
So what you're saying is kind of like the scene in Jutsu that Naruto used to have as a kid. And then Jiraiya had to do so. You think probably Sasuke will have to do the scene in Jutsu and everything like that? Because he said himself.
I think Jigen does it.
Oh, because he's similar
Yeah.
to what
Uh-huh.
Jiraiya was and did it. So maybe he knows in the back of his memory when he sees Boruto.
Well, when he sees Boruto use the karma, he's like, "Oh, you know what? Nah, I ain't gonna let you do this." And maybe he's the one that does the seal. I don't know.
that would be interesting, but I would prefer to be Sasuke and probably. And then probably Jigen teaches Sasuke at that moment. This is how you do it. Here's here's the movement and everything. And then Sasuke could do it, so he could watch over him and teach him more, so he can make sure he don't go out of berserk.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Like there are many possibilities.
Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities, and that's what I like about it at this point.
Because even Naruto and Sasuke know that they can't beat Jigen. If they couldn't even take out Boro, they're not going to be able to take out Jigen.
Right.
He was being honest about it.
I love that Sasuke was like, "Look, I don't know if we could beat him, but I heard that you had Momoshiki's power essentially, and so I need you to come with us because if we can count on that, we need it essentially." And I'm like, there you go, Sasuke being the smart one again because he's right. You know,
it was literally all or nothing in this situation because there was nothing else that they could have done to at least like not even buy time while they fight Jigen and everything like that. And even though like Boruto just recently used the teleportation, that was pretty cool. For first 2 years, that was pretty cool.
I mean, I think it also helps with the pacing of the story too. You know, it's just like, he would kind of have an idea of how this works now because the karma is kind of like a cheat code. Like it just is.
but it's kind of like what Ray said before in the beginning that Boruto's still a kid at the end because he did the dimension warp thing, and then after that he said, "Hey Dad, I did a good job, didn't I?" And then Naruto, as a father, he still said, "You should have done that. Why did you come here with us and everything?" So it's still a father figure and everything, but that's the best thing that
Boruto just wants his dad. He just wants his dad to be proud of him. And of course, his dad's like, "Oh God dang it, kid! I told you to like." You did what I told you not to do again, essentially. But then, it's like Sasuke's like, "Well, I mean, I kind of told him to do it, so oops."
Like even Sasuke said, like, I know like you're his father, you're his son, and he's not gonna have the heart to be able to stop you if needed to. So I gotta have to be the one to do it for you.
I also think that this is like the scene with him asking for Sasuke's headband again. I wonder if that means that Boruto, and I think we kind of had a discussion similar to this a while ago, is he's willing to leave the village to protect the village. And that's why he asked for the headband back. Because he knows that he might be too much of a danger to the village if he lost control.
Maybe. Like, it would be great to see him like being able to try to train himself.
Yeah, he would have to go find somebody who could train him, like outside of the village to protect the village. You know,
he could even be the doctor himself because
maybe
he seems to have more knowledge than he's leading on to.
Well, remember the Karma gang? I forgot what they're called again.
Kara?
The Kara. Thank you. It was so close there. They themselves have all different hideouts, and they're all not in the same earth of the Konoha village and the other villages. They're all in a separate workplace. So maybe the doctor could if they do secure and save Boruto, Naruto, and Sasuke, maybe the doctor could say, "Hey Sasuke, I know a place that we could keep Boruto and we could also train him to control the Kara and everything." So maybe that could be a place where they could probably be hiding down the line in the future.
So like maybe say they do stop Jigen, you want Boruto to train within the base, their base, which has the Kara gang.
And the Ten Tails. The Ten Tails is still there. Or did he eat that? No.
Not yet. No, he didn't.
Okay, it's still there.
That is also a factor, but the Ten Tails as well. And in addition, we still haven't met two of the other Kara's gangs that where they are like those two members could also pop up and help our boy Isshiki. So those could also help him.
I mean, what happens like once Isshiki does like die? Does that mean Momoshiki takes the place and they have to serve him now and that sort of thing?
That could be an interesting route where the Kara members could start following Boruto as their master, but we don't know.
Just follow the next Isshiki, basically.
We'll see, but I guess what I'm more interested in is this next chapter because that's when the fight starts again and how this dynamic is going to work. Like, what are Naruto and Sasuke going to do in tandem with Boruto? It's like, is this going to be the thing where Naruto's reluctant to let Boruto fight and Sasuke's like yelling at him to like, no, let him fight. We need him, kind of thing. I don't know. I'm curious.
I do agree with what you just said, Ray, because Sasuke even was smart using Odo Shuriken as a diversion to finally throw
Mm-hmm.
the sword, and he knew that you cannot shrinking other living creatures. So
Mhm.
that was smart to actually have Boruto as a sword and throw at him, because he just pretend to, hey, just throw Shuriken to see what happens. But it was actually Sasuke had a plan the whole time.
I
And
mean,
Naruto just follow up.
I also love that it was a plan that he used with his dad when they were younger. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought, I was like, that old chestnut. That was a good
Yeah,
one.
because that was the first time when they fought. If I remember correctly,
Zabuza?
Kabuza. I think Kabuza.
Yeah,
Zabuza. Yes, was his
yeah. I
name.
think
I
it
was
was
like,
Zabuza. They used that against him, and I was like, man, what a nice callback. I like that.
it was a nice
Oh,
callback to see that. So let's see what other type of callbacks they'll do in this fight, because
maybe
this would be interesting to do with their
I
son
want to
Boruto.
see some new stuff in this fight. Like, I want to see some new combination attacks, some new potential techniques.
I
Who
mean,
knows?
if we think about it, it was technically Boruto with Naruto and Sasuke that helped kill
I
Momoshiki.
was just about to
Yep,
say that.
exactly. He did.
I was
Yeah,
just about to say
like
that. And
if
now,
it wasn't for him, they wouldn't have killed Momoshiki. So,
and now it's four of them. Including Momoshiki and Boruto. It's four people
Mhm.
against our boy Ishiki. So now it's literally gonna see round 2, but with one more person. So let's just see what happens in this one. So it's very curious to see how it's gonna
They don't
end
have
up.
Kawaki anymore, and
no, they don't.
is Kawaki strong without
I
his?
saw that. I was another question I had. Sam, I was like, so what is Kawaki's purpose now? Like, is he even actually useful? Like, because I don't like he wasn't trained as a ninja, so like, or shinobi. So like, what is his use now? Like, I don't know.
But question about that as well. Does he still have his like for example, if you cut off his arm, can he still
Mhm.
regenerate? Like, can he still regenerate
Right.
without
That's the kind of
like,
stuff that I want to
cumbersome?
know too.
Because that's something the doctor also has to check up on him, because remember that Kawaki was a bit hurt because of his arm not being, his fake prosthetic arm still not being fully connected. So the doctor still to check on him, and that's because
Man,
Shikamaru
what if
told them
the
downstairs.
doctor has some BS where he's one of them too and just didn't show it yet? And
I mean, I
used-
wouldn't be too surprised.
Right,
He
and
has so many gadgets.
right, or he figured out a
way.
way to have a karma for himself, and he wants that power. I don't know. It'd be dumb, but that's just
And
like
then
a
he
weird.
just
I
said,
still don't
"Oh."
trust that Doctor Holmes. I still don't trust him.
Yeah, he telling like, oh yeah, I just remembered. Ishiki has
The
Bakugan.
Bakugan, exactly.
Well,
Like just look random things.
couldn't
Like, all
let
of a
us
sudden,
know.
like, oh yeah,
That is
uh-huh.
true. That was mad
Mhm.
late. He said, "Oh, just saying. Are you sure
By
that
the
we can
way-
hide underground?
Mhm.
Because he has Bakugan. Like, oh, don't worry, we have some jutsu and everything to show." So I'm like, you're right. For him to ask that and then say, "Oh, we're good underground," and you're taking Kawaki, maybe that was his plan all along, to have himself with Kawaki by himself without Naruto and Sasuke.
I don't
That's
know,
all-
man.
That's an
It's gotta be
interesting theory
something.
there.
There's got to be. I still, like I said, I just don't trust this doctor dude. I'm waiting for him. I'm waiting for the other shoe drop. He'd be like, "Aha, gotcha." I'm waiting for it.
It's kind of like one of my favorite lines from the movie about the Avengers, when Tony Stark said he's the spy of all spies. He's a spy, and his spy has secrets. That's like literally this doctor. This doctor
Yeah.
had literally been coming out with secrets left and right, and like all they can do is like, "Oh, I guess thank you. You could have told us that minutes ago, but I guess we can't say no, or we can say thank you." So you got a point there. Like, he's coming out with things that should have been said chapters ago, or technically like
Yeah,
minutes and
thanks
hours
for
ago.
telling us
There
now.
should have been like an info dump from him, like, "Hey, this is everything I know about him." But I forgot this thing. Oh, and I forgot this thing. Oh, and by the way, I forgot this thing. And oh, by the way, I'm also still a bad guy. I'm waiting for it.
You're like, "Hey, by the way, I'm gonna kill you, even though I didn't kill your son. I'm gonna kill you as a father." So,
Mhm.
Dude, his
so-
resume
Yo,
must be
if he
very
hurt
long.
Shikamaru, I'm gonna be pissed.
His
I'm gonna be
title or
so
his
mad.
resume is so long right now. It's just insane.
I gotta give props to Sai though. I'm gonna say it real quick. Sai said one of the most funniest comment throughout the whole series. He said, "No rest for the wicked." I was like, he just put the little nudge there for the little comment, and then like nobody said anything. He just like, "Oh, there's a underground, Black Ops will do," and right there just move along. I was like, I like that line. Sai, probably the best line you
But
ever
an
said.
unused Anbu Black Ops base. So it's like, did they disband Anbu?
If I
Maybe,
remember
'cause-
correctly, Naruto did disband it, or I think it was Tsunade that the one that disbanded. Oh, probably could be Kakashi.
Comments, let me know, because I don't remember. That probably was something that was discussed at some point in time that I missed.
Or
But yeah, I want to know if they
It's like,
disbanded
if
the
there's
Anbu.
a treaty and there's a peace within like all the countries.
And-
Like,
and
dude,
plus
they
there's-
still need eyes for each other's and
I
stuff.
don't know.
And plus, remember, there's also been light novels between some of the stories of
Right,
everything.
exactly.
So
Well, there's some stuff that I have not read. So
it maybe has been discussed there that we don't know. So guys, I agree with Ray. Let us know in the comments that was the Black Ops disbanded from any of the Hokages. If I remember correctly, it was by one of them, but should let them know in the comments.
Right.
But any last thoughts about this chapter? Because
So I mean, while I like this chapter was okay. Like it wasn't like it wasn't as good as some of the other chapters we've gotten recently. It was like this was another one of the bridge chapters. It's like what I once called them. It's like this is the bridge to the good stuff. Yeah. So I'm excited to see how this fight goes because do we lose Boruto? Do we get Momoshiki and he's talking with Naruto and Sasuke and Isshiki? Because I'm like, what's gonna happen here? Like, I want to know. Like, I want to learn more about their relationship too. You know, so
that would be pretty dope if Momoshiki takes over and literally Momoshiki and Naruto Sasuke, and then Momoshiki tells them what to do. Like, hey guys, I'm gonna help you out for this one time, but for us to defeat him, you gotta follow my orders. That'd be interesting. Like for him to be like the leader of that little trio squad.
One time for the one time, why not?
Yes. So I don't know. Like, I like that. Good chapter. Just we've had better, but. I hate that I have to wait a month to see what's happening next.
All right, Sam?
I mean, like they did, like Ray said, it did open up a bridge waiting for us to see what's going to be happening next. It does also pays that first chapter of the story, how like Boruto usually wears his bandana where it all started from. I guess this is the best way where it starts from, where he asks Sasuke, yo, can I have your headband? And that's like, ready. I'll make sure I'll return this back to you again, or maybe not even return it anymore. It's just like, nope.
I don't think he is. Yep.
Plus, like the sword too. Like, there's a good chance he probably take the sword as well. I probably won't even need it. You might have a better use for it. So,
well, we do know in the first chapter that he does have the sword eventually. For me, my last thing is that I wish they made a reference to Pain when he came to the village and destroyed it. Like, I wish some character that looks a bit old and say like, oh, this reminds me of what happened 25 years ago or something like that. Like, that would have been a good reference or a good, other callback to the series of itself. That would be a little nice callback for us, the fans, and for the whole village as a character. That would have been nice to see, but it didn't happen. But for us as audience, we know someone probably thought about it. Like, in the whole village probably started like, damn, the whole village is about to destroy. Like, damn, my whole flower shop is about to be gone.
Potentially, but I guess I don't know what the actual time span has been since Pain happened.
Yeah,
I actually don't know.
Be a lot of collateral damage. There wasn't much collateral damage.
Yeah,
I mean there was a little bit, but not a lot. But it was just. I thought it was weird that Naruto was like, "Oh, he's going to destroy the village," but he wasn't like actively trying to prevent him.
He wasn't.
Or like, was he just that much weaker than him? Which is like wild. You know what I'm saying?
It's like you said
I
in the
mean, he
beginning.
can also shrink the entire village if he wanted it too.
That is true.
A little bit, yeah.
That's true, but it's like Ray said in the beginning is that he literally did not come to kill or destroy anybody. He just came to find Kawaki and literally said, "Where is this dude? I need to find him. If you don't tell me, I'm gonna kill like another civilian." But maybe he didn't want to waste the chakra that he has. Maybe that he just needs Kawaki to be full body and strong again. So it could be exactly what Ray said, that he needs to be back at full strength. Right now he's not. That's why he needs to find him fast and quick. Could be the case.
Yeah, could be the case. So
plus, he's not like recklessly killing people.
Right, he wasn't. So he basically said, "Hey, I'm only here for this. Do you know this?" But the guy decided to attack him, and that's why he got hurt.
And he's like, all right, okay, I believe you. You don't really know the answer, but I'm gonna try to see who do you think knows the right answer, or who do you think knows exactly, and then he just goes to that person.
I'm
Let's
just
leave
glad.
it alone. Move on.
I just hope the guy that got stabbed in the eye, hopefully you find a better partner next time. The one that listens to the rules. Find a better partner that listens to rules. When he said don't engage, where he won't engage. So are we all good, guys, here?
We're good. This was all right. Yeah.
All right, guys. So let us know in the comment section below your thoughts about the chapter. Let us know if we missed anything to discuss. Let's have a fair discussion in the comment section below. Join our Discord server as well, Anime Lady and other Discord servers. Other brand is down below in the description. Like, subscribe, and press the bell notification every time we upload videos. See you guys next time.
Shonen Ronins.